Hi, my name is Rashidat and I'll be analyzing the case Jibo social report for the O. Please give me a second while I share my screen. So one thing that I've learned analyzing this case is the importance of planning. Like planning precedes everything that we do. I would summarize that there is no second chance to make a first impression. And when we are working on a project, we have to give enough time to planning before executing. I think that was something that was missed out from the founder. I don't think there was enough time to plan, but we'll explore that while I proceed with this case. So this is a brief background about the founder, Cynthia Brazil. She created the robot in 2012. She has always fantasized to create robots because of our childhood experience of the science things, and good for her. Not everyone have the chance to be what they plan to, but things worked in her favor. Yeah, and Jibo has a persona of a young male that's about 12 years old, is inquisitive, is sociable. Jibo is not that heavy, it weighs just 12 pounds, so you can put it anywhere on your table, by your bedside, and so on. It has a camera, so it can take pictures, it can take video conferencing, and so on. Then these are other team members that joined Cynthia to bring this project to life. We have Steve Chamba, Linda Smith, Andy Atkins, and Todd Park. For more staff were recruited to join this workforce. So this is a situation analysis. So for the social robot industry, it is highly innovative and competitive. Given that it's not, I won't exactly say like a new market, but an emerging market, all of the tech guys, all of the tech companies, they want to go in and also explore and have their own market share. So it's it's now about who is more innovative, who is bringing the best value to the market, will be the one to win in this market. They're giving its location more in Asia, yes, then followed by North America. Then for Jibo, the first robot for the home, yes, it's Jibo. It dances. I like that dance. I like the dance. I like when it rolls on its waist. I wish I had one. Then as of 2015, Jibo was just 3 years old, meaning that the company was still very young. So not all of the structures were not in place. The founders are still finding out how best they could position Jibo in the market and then become a market leader here. Jibo was priced way higher than its competitors. So that was also something that didn't really allow it gain enough traction like it should have. And some of those competitors, we have the Google Assistant, Amazon Echo, Samsung Display, and Apple Siri. Then key issue in this case, should the talent be in-house or should it be third party? So this is something that the CEO is still contemplating on. What should they do here? Should they just develop their own in-house talent? They're also looking at how can they convince investors that Jibo is a worthwhile investment, given that first of all, they aren't funding this project all by themselves. They are they need investors to also put in their money. So they want ways they can convince investors that no, this is a deal that you can trust. Then they're also looking at should the team build partnership with big or renowned companies, or they should just focus on smaller brands. Each of those options also have their pros and cons, and we'll explore them as I continue. So this is the birth of Jibo. This is just like a timeline to show the funds that were raised. So in 2013, there was a pre-seed seed funding of 2.2 million. In 2014, 3 million from crowdfunding. It was done on Indiegogo. Then 70 million for the venture capital. 25.3 million just to receive financing they got in 2015, and this 2.6 million was on the pre-order. The pre-order they did. Okay, so this is like a SWOT matrix. So in this SWOT matrix, we looked at the strengths, the weakness, opportunities, and threats. I'm now looking at, okay, what's the SO strategy? How can we use the strength? How can we use the strength and opportunities to create a strategy that would help this, that would help Jibo itself leverage on its own opportunities and strengths. We also have our WO strategy, our ST strategy, and our WT strategy. Let's just take a few of them. So for here, we have our O1, needs to improve Jibo's artificial intelligence and social skills. And we have strong and experienced management teams with reputable track record. So our SO for that now is leverage its creative and tech talents to improve the design of Jibo. Now you see that this second one here is talking about that Jibo has the ability to attract creative and skilled developers. And from here, we are looking at, the strength here that I combined with it is the strong and experienced management team. So when we combine those two together, we would see that it can leverage its creative tech talent to improve on its design, to increase its connection with humans and hence more value for the organization and also for the customer who's going to acquire Jibo. So that's how I paired each of these strategies. I paired, okay, one opportunity and a strength, or more than one and a strength, with just as the matrices match, like these are SO. Yeah, so just like that. Because of time, I won't be able to run through all of them. So this is my BCG matrix. So for this BCG matrix, I looked online, research, and see the positioning of all these virtual assistants in the social robots market. I also looked at their industry growth rate and relative market share. And from my analysis, so I've placed Google Assistant as the stars because one, it has the industry growth is quite high. It's quite high, same with relative market share. Its performance to outweighs all of these other four. So that's what places it in this top left corner to show that it's a star. Then Jibo is here at the lowest right. Why is it here? Its performance, one thing, it could not deliver on its value. There were some of the features that Jibo was not still competent in delivering, and I actually had some of those reviews. And another thing was that Jibo could not survive in the market, not like itself, but in the initial prototyping, it could not survive. But entity has bought it now, and they are trying to now make Jibo advance its features and focus on focus it on education and healthcare. So that is why it is here. It has low relative market share and also low industry growth rates. So these are suggested actions. In-house talents, yes, it's not advisable to outsource the core operations. And for me, I would say that develop the tech talent itself is like core operations for Jibo, and it should not be outsourced. Rather, Jibo should build its own team bit by bit until they are able to expand, but leaving the core of the work to just third-party developers. I don't think it's a wise idea, but I also think this is what actually delayed the deliveries that had to last for a year, because they didn't really have total control over that operation. They didn't have total control over that space. So I would say it's not advisable to like outsource your cooperation, and in this case, it's the tech team. Then the crowdfunding, yes, crowdfunding is not bad, but then the organization also has to look at what quantity, what pre-order quantity can I deliver in this time. So there should be a benchmark. Don't just accept crowdfunding because because they already received this, but it put them on pressure to want to deliver, and that was what made them fail in its real sense. Therefore, strategic partnership, yeah, they should form a partnership with renowned brands. Why did I say this? So that the brand itself can serve as evangelist, awareness, and campaign for them. But there must be legal documents stating the extent of their partnership. Okay, this is the positive consequence: brand loyalty and increased market share, excellence inventory management. This could have happened if they were able to like manage their whole operations. Okay, these are my references, and thank you so much for listening to me.